Hi everyone, Emma here. I am so excited to show you how to make this bracelet. Ta-da! So these are made with Preciosa Czech flat squared diamond 2-hole beads. The reason why I'm reading it off the screen is because I really like they should have a proper name, but that's how they're described where I got these, and I haven't been able to find them anywhere else. I know some people call them silkies, but silkies have a little kind of embellishment from tip to tip that way, with like a little raised area. These are totally flat, so they are a bit different, but the big difference from these and tile beads is tile beads, the 2 holes go from one side to the other that way. This actually goes from a corner, almost the peak, to the other side that way. So it makes it really interesting. You can do some really cool stuff with it. So let's go ahead and get started. And as we're going, we'll talk some more about some of the finishings here and different things we're using and how we're going to make this. So what you need to start with, I am using Fireline 6-pound. Normally I use dragon thread. Oh, so this is a 5. I thought I had a 6. You might be able to get away with a 6 on this. Let me see. Here's the 6. So the reason I'm talking about different sizes is this is quite thin. Even the 6. This is the one from Potomac Beads, and I just found it like it's a bit flippy floppy when you're making it to begin with. And if you have a thin thread, so this is the Potomac number 6, so it is a little bit thicker than the 5 for sure, but you can see it's still very kind of slinky. If that's what you want, that's fine, but because this is a weird design and weave, it's important that you get structure right away so that you feel like you've got the right idea with what you're doing. So I'll show you as we go. So you definitely need your tiles. So I got these at Shipwreck Beads, and I will put the link for one of them. I'll put the link for these ones here. They're called Alabaster, and you get 75 pieces for $4 is what they're charging right now. And I usually get them when they have a sale. So I made this bracelet, which is about a 7.5-inch bracelet. So, and then I made these 2 samples, and there's still some left. So you could probably get 2 bracelets out of this. Just thought I'd mention that. And this one here, let me see if I don't see this one actually on their page anymore. This one here, this color. So this is like a matte gold color. I'll see if I can find this one for you guys as well. You're going to need some Superduos. This I got from Michael's, and this is the color is matte metallic flax. And these are lovely. Don't forget to use a coupon. It's Michael's after all. The big thing that you need is these Demi rounds, 8/0s. And these are lovely. They're so lovely. So this is what they look like on the bracelet, and they help these tiles sit nice and flat against each other. I did try it with a different size bead because I was concerned that some people might not have these Demi rounds, and I used an 11/0 here, and it worked out pretty good. So you can get it and manage it, but you can see it's a little higher and separated, makes it a little more unstable. But if you go through your work again, or if you just make sure you keep your tension, it should work fine. So you're going to need some 50 for your picot on your Superduo. So let's put that aside and that aside. And, oh, I just put a knot in my thread. Look at that. Get that out of there. Sometimes when I put my thread on the mat and then I go to pick it up, if it's curled in a circle, sometimes you'll get a knot happening. So sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to pick up a tile. We are going to start by putting the accent bead on there. So that's it's not really an accent, it's a spacer. So use a demi round, then your tile, then a demi round, a tile. So you're going to pick up 3 of these, a demi round and a tile, and then you're going to put another demi round. So I'll show you what you have here. So this is what you have to start with. So just to let you know, the beginning is it's kind of different from the rest of the bracelet, and you'll see why. You're establishing the beginning of it. So we just take everything down like that. Now if you want to put it down and set it the way it's supposed to be, this one goes that way, and this one goes that way, and that one goes that way. So if you think of your threads coming out of here, you're working this way, then this is how you want it set up. You're going to pick up a Superduo and 3 50-0s. Oops. Yeah, 3 50-0s like that. You can bring it all down to the bottom, but I'm going to actually go through my Superduo through the other hole and bring it down. So you can bring it down to the open hole, that, and just pull it down. Let me hang on to it this way. I'm kind of hoping that it won't jostle this. And let me adjust this here so I get to see everything. So I'm just pulling that all down like that. So if you have problems visualizing stuff, what I suggest you do is take your tiles and whatever work you're working on, take the biggest bead and put it in the position where you think it's supposed to go, like that, and then you'll have an idea of what you need to do next. So we need a demi round, and then we're going to go through this tile, and it doesn't matter what hole you go through because they're flat on both sides and they're going to flip around. Okay, then we need another demi round, and now we need to go through this combined one. I'm just going to move this out of the way. I'm going to try and do this without moving it so you can see what we're doing here. Put that there. Pull that. And ta-da! Then we're going to pick up a demi round and pick up our next tile. And we already have a demi round in this one because we're going to loop around into that one like that. And if you look at the top, we have a Superduo, so we're going to put a Superduo here as well. So actually we do need the demi round and then the Superduo and 3 50-0s like that. I'm going to switch my light to the other side. I feel like it's not getting enough light on there. Bring it down a bit, and then I'm going to go through the open hole in the Superduo like that. And I'm going to take my needle and go through that first, because you can see there's our stop bead. And we're going to go through that tile. Let me just hang on to that. Pull everything through. Okay, let's move things aside here. I'm just going to get that nice and tight. There. This is making a big difference, the thicker thread. Okay. So that is what we have so far. Let me see if I can, yeah, so we can still tighten it a bit more. And if you want to, you're finding it's loose, what you can do is take your nails, pull your 50 nose out, and then pull the thread and it will tighten everything. Okay, so now I think we can hold it in our hand. I'm going to go through. So for the first one, what you're going to do is you're doing basically a circle and adding the beads coming out of this center bead. Once we come back down here, we're going to flip it and we're going to start adding. So think circles. So through the demi round, through the tile, that. Then through the next demi round and the tile. Like that. I'm going to flip this, just it's easier to go through. We're going to go through the demi round, the Superduo, the 50 nose, and I'm going to enlarge just a bit. So, demi round, Superduo. And, you know, be careful that your thread doesn't get hooked on something. I've had it hook on things and then realize there's a big thread just hooked around beads. Go through your 50 nose. That. Come down through that last 50 no through your Superduo and through your demi round and your tile, but don't go through the next demi round. This is the step that's different. That's going to get us started going the other way. So you are going to step up to this hole. So you're coming out of this hole. We just finished this circle. You're going to step up and go through here. You don't need a Superduo at this point. You want your thread to lay flat on the bead, and then once, or the demi round, and once we come back around, we'll add a Superduo or a demi round here, and that will cover up most of the thread. Which is nice. So now take a look at what we have. We need a demi round, a Superduo, and 3 50 nose. Like that. There. So I'm going to draw that all the way down here. I'm going to hang on to my Superduo, pull down and go through the open hole. Bring it tight. Okay. Now the fun part. We're going to put some more tiles on, so we need a demi round, a tile. Let me just pull this down so we can see where that's going to land. Nope, that's got to go like that. Okay, so now we need a demi round, because that is going to go in there like that. Then another demi round, and another tile. And we're going to put Demi round on the other side of that tile. This doesn't look right. There. Okay. Demi round, a Superduo, and 3 50 nose. You're going to go through the open hole in the Superduo. That. I'm just going to get this pull this tight. Okay, back into position. So we need a demi round to go through here. That. Another demi round. So now we're going to connect that middle one, this one here, to this one here. Like that. And now another demi round through here. Okay, I'm just gonna take this opportunity to pull it tight. So I'm just gonna loosen these 50 nose and then pull on my thread, and that should do it. So I'm just gonna flip this. So now we're gonna go up and around to here to this next bead, and we're gonna step up to the other hole. We're gonna add everything. I'll show you what you need to add all in one step. I broke it down. That may have been a bit confusing. It was confusing to me, so I apologize. And this is pretty loose here. Let me see if we can get that tightened a bit. Okay, go through the demi round, the Superduo. There, that tightened it nicely. Go through your 50 nose. Go through that last 50 no, through your Superduo, through the demi round, and through the tile, and come out the other side of the tile. Don't go through that last demi round. Just gonna tighten everything. Okay, so we're coming out of this hole here. We're gonna step up to this hole here. Like that. So now we need to add our Superduo. And just to show you too, I'm noticing, you see how the demi round is sitting low? It should actually sit up, connecting, and that might, if you tighten it, might help to get it in the right place. There, like that. Okay. Okay, always a demi round when you're coming off of one of the tiles. We're going to pick up a Superduo and 3 50 nose. I am going to, there's what we have. This is the first step of the new round. So we're going to bring it down like this. like that, and go through the open hole of the Superduo. Let me just this way. There. Okay. So we need a demi round, a tile. So just for clarity, when you get to this step, you're going to add 3 tiles. And we know that each time we add a tile, we need to have a demi round on either side of the tile. So just number 2 tile, demi round. That, and we need another demi round. Okay, so this is what you should have. You can take and draw that all the way to the bottom, but if you like to add your beads all at once before you go through another bead, then you're going to add your Superduo and the 3 15-0s. So let's do that. See what I mean? You see what I mean, Vern? Okay, so let's go over this again. Okay. There. So this is the, adding your Superduo with your 15-0s is your first step of coming back around. Then you're going to add a demi round, a tile, demi round, tile, demi round, tile. So 3 tiles in total, a demi round, a Superduo, and 3 15-0s. Draw it all to the bottom, and then you're going to go through the open hole of your Superduo, and that should secure them all. Then you can flip this guy. So if you think of, you always need to have the middle tile is what's going to connect the work together. So you always have to have the middle tile pointing towards the middle, like that. Then you can't go wrong. And your Superduo should be flipped to connect here. So we need a demi round, and then go through this hole like this, and it'll flip. There. Like that. So let's do that a few more times. I feel like I've made a few of these and I still find it confusing if you don't make them all the time. So demi round to connect these two. So you're going to connect this middle tile. So we need a demi round, then another demi round, go through this hole, and you can go through your demi round at the end and your Superduo like that. Flip it up. There. Now go through your 15-0s. Go through that last 15-0, through the Superduo, through the demi round, and through the tile. Skip that demi round because we're going to step up to the opposite hole. You can pull that tight. So this is starting to come along really nicely. Go through the second hole. So you're coming out of this hole, you're going into this hole. Like that. Now we're going to add our Superduo component. So we need a demi round, a Superduo, 3 15-0s, like that. Pull that down. Go through your open hole of your Superduo. Get that nice and tight. Now we're going to add a demi round, a tile, a demi round, a tile, demi round, a tile, demi round. So that's 3 demi rounds separated by tiles and sorry, 3 tiles separated by demi rounds, and you want demi rounds on either end. And we're going to put our Superduo to finish it off with our 3 15-0 beads, like that. So that's what you have. We are going to go through the second hole of that Superduo. There. Pull tight. And it will want to go in the right spot anyway. So like that. So we need a demi round. We are going to go through the previous tile that's open, like that. There. Demi round. Now we're going to grab this middle tile. That's our important tile that's holding it all together. Because you're basically creating a circle of beads, but this one, because it's flipped the opposite way, that hole will connect everything. So demi round, go through this one here, and let me pick that up. Just makes it easier. Get my tail out of the way, like that. Get nice and tight. Go up through the demi round and the Superduo. And this is where I was saying, watch you don't get your thread tangled on stuff like there. Okay, go through your 15-0s. There. 15-0, Superduo, demi round, and tile. If you're having a hard time getting your needle in your tile, just push it this way, and it took me a while to figure out where the hole was. I'm so used to using tiles that the holes go this way. So they're quite high on the peak. Okay, so we're coming out of this hole. We're going to go into this open hole, like that. Let's try this one more time, and then we'll do the clasp on the other bracelet. So this is turning out really nice. So here's something I say all the time, and it took me a long time to figure this out. I used to obsess about having the right colors matching everything, and you can see we have the tile. Tile is matte. Superduo's matte, not quite the same, but it's there. And then this is like a shiny gold, and this is like a shiny rose gold. You know what? Once you get it on the bracelet, you really can't tell. These kind of look the same, and everything goes together. So just grab whatever you have. I'm sure you'll do an amazing bracelet. So we're going to get the next set up. So we need a demi round, a Superduo, 3 15-0s, demi round, Superduo, and 3 15-0s. I can bring it down right away, like that. Then go through your open hole of your Superduo. Give yourself a little picot there. Now, let's put this down. We're going to pick up a demi-round, 3 tiles separated by the demi-rounds. And demi-round. Let's show you what I have. Okay, so demi-round, tile, demi-round, tile, demi-round, tile, demi-round. We need a Superduo and 3 50-nos. Bring that down. Okay, and you can flip them if you want into the position they should be in. This one doesn't want to turn. There we go. Okay, so that's the position they're going to be in. Your Superduo is going to be that way. You're going to go through your open hole in that Superduo. Let's bring that down. I'm just going to hang on to everything like that. We need a Superduo to join it to this. Okay. And again, we're going to just use our nail to kind of cinch up the other side and then pull with your other on your thread. Okay, we need a Superduo. We're going to connect that one like that. And another Superduo. We're going to connect this one. Pick that up like that. And we are going to go through the Superduo the demi-round and the Superduo. There, that tightens it as well. Go through the 50-nos. Through the last 50-no, the Superduo demi-round. Now, to finish this here, if you want to add another one here to finish it like I did on these guys, so it's slightly different because of course we're not adding the 2 outer ones. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through these beads here and you're going to step up this way, and then we can add that final bead. So this will also tighten up the end of your bracelet. Let's see if I can find that hole. There we go. So go through. Like that. So you're going through this hole, through the demi-round, through this hole, through the demi-round, and continue there. Now, you're going to come out of this tile here. You're not going to go through. If you want, you can go through a second time to tighten everything, but we can also do this. You can take your nail and pull out your, and then pull out your 50-nos on your Superduo and then pull it, and that, look at it, tightened it up pretty good. So now we are coming out of this hole. We're going to step up to this hole. Like that. Demi-round, a tile, and a demi-round. So we're going to add that, and we're going to go through this hole like that. And now you've got a nice point. So now for this part here, we can go back around and get that nice and tight. So you're going to go from this hole to this hole. And you're going to be putting stuff here, so you don't have to worry too much. If you're using a thread that kind of blends with your color, it's not a big deal. There. And get through. Okay, and we'll do that separately. Like that. There, nice and tight. Drop. Oh, that bit my needle. This, because the thread's thicker, I'm just going to try and bend it back. I don't like bent needles. I'm sure you guys don't either. There, like that. So now at this point, if you don't want to use this thread for your clasp, you can just go up through here and weave and tie off as well. So there's what we have. I'll work on that later and finish it. In the meantime, let's finish this one. So this is what I've decided I wanted to do for this end of this one, is really fancy it up. So I have, this here is called a Ginko Duo, and it's gold. So let me show you the other one we're going to use. So this is what it looks like, and that's the back side. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. It's kind of hard to see the holes. Like that. And then you can kind of see them in here. So these are meant for, these are gold plated, and you can get these at Pearl & Co. Pearl & Co. has a few stores. I use the one in the UK, and I'll put the link to this specifically with Pearl & Co. It's $1 US, which is awesome. It's $1.50 Canadian. It's still amazing. And let's see what else we need with that. These are ZoliDuos, and I don't know, maybe you guys can let me know if you know more about beads. If ZoliDuos used to be one-sided, so one side was flat and then the other side was rounded. These look like they're both rounded. It didn't make a lot of sense because if you were going to use them in a design, you would use them mirror. So you would need a left and a right. And I actually bought some 3 years ago, and I had to label them left and right in my containers because they were actually, one side was flat, creating a left and a right. But it looks like they're both the same now on both sides. They have just a slight kind of beveling on it. So yeah, these are lovely. Potomac Beads has these, I think. Let me just check here. Oh yeah, they have a huge selection. And actually, when you look at theirs, they do have right and left. Let me check their, that's weird because these are, I don't know where I bought these. These do not look left and right. They look identical on both sides. So like I said, I do have some that are left and right. So yeah, the ones that I'm showing from them, it's this one. No, they have a vintage copper metallic mix. Let me see. I don't think they have the gold that I have. So it wouldn't have been them I got them from. I don't know. Anyway, I will try and find it for you and put it on. So we need 2 of those ZoliDuos and 1 Minos Par Puca. Looks like a little dot, but it's actually like a tube, and the hole goes through the tube, not from end to end. So that's gonna sit in between these guys like that. as you can see here. So this one, and that's the problem with these like that are on the hole is in the middle, and there's quite a bit, so it rolls on the thread, but we'll manage. And then you're going to need some, so it looks like I'm pretty sure these are 15 that I used. We'll soon find out. Okay, so let's get started. I have it all threaded, ready to go. I used a separate piece of thread. And you know what? I don't remember how I did this, but let's try. So we need, okay, so we need a Superduo. And I need the color to match. So here's those guys. I was going to use one of the other colors. So we need 2 of those. Because we're going to continue this like shape and put a Superduo to connect it to the tile. It looks like there's a hole clogged here. Nope. Good. Okay. So let's see. So we're coming out of this bead here. We're going to do like we do, say we were doing our design. So we're going to pick up a Superduo, but we want to separate it with a demi round. So demi round, Superduo, and then 350 nose. So that's what you need. Bring that down. And let's bring this over here. You're going to flip that. You're going to go through the open hole in the Superduo. Just like that. Then we are going to place our ZoliDuo with the tip side towards the Superduo. We're going to pick up a demi round and we're going to go through that bottom hole of the ZoliDuo. Like that. Then we're going to pick up. You know what? I stand corrected. It just occurred to me when I put this in, this feels flat and looks flat, and then when you flip it, this you can see a line where the bevel is. So, but I'm not going to worry about that. You know what probably happened is I put them in my tray together and went, oh, I don't care about left and right. Little distraction there. So demi round. So we've got our demi round, our ZoliDuo demi round. We are going to go through this hole of that last tile we added on. Pull that tight like that. Then a demi round, ZoliDuo. Now remember to face it the other way. So we want these guys to be mirror. So we're going to go through the tip of this ZoliDuo, but we want to make sure we're on this curved side so that it's this big piece is facing in like that with our demi round. Like that. And we're going to pick up. Actually, we need a demi round. I lied. And then the Superduo and 350 nose. This is what we need for this here. Like that. We're going to go through the open hole of the Superduo. Like that. There. this nice and tight. It's snug as a bug. Then we are going to attach this Superduo to this tile here. So we need a Demi round. Go through. Make it all tight like that. Gonna get that there, nice and tight. Okay, so now we're going to go through the Demi round and the tile. This is where it gets a bit snug, finding the hole. And that's when the size 12 needle comes in handy because it will bend a bit. So, okay, so let's see what we got here. Yeah. So now we need to turn around because if we were to continue this way, we would come, no, I guess we can do that. That's right. So we'll continue through here, up and over, and then we'll step up on the ZoliDuo. So let's go through the Demi round, through the tile. Oh, I broke my needle. I don't know which needle this is. I need to color code them with maybe some nail polish dabs on them because I'm curious to know which needles break. Usually the cheap ones break and the more expensive ones, they just bend. So let me grab another needle here. Make sure that one's got a... So I hope everybody's doing okay. Just an update on what's been going on. So I had a wonderful visit with my sister. I wanted to do more videos and do some of us like just sitting and chatting so you could see what we look like. But my poor sister, she has 3 years left to go before retirement, and she's in a really she's a manager and she's in a really high stress job. And of course they drove here from Ontario, so she was tired. So I didn't want to put any pressure like, oh, come on to my video, come to my channel, my people want to see you. So maybe another time. Okay, so we're going to go up and around the Superduo. So go through the Demi round. Come through the Superduo. And that thread went right through this stupid thread that's down there. So if I go back through that 15-0, you're gonna see a big thread. So I'm gonna just skip that one, go through here. So there's that, and then, so I've been recovering from my surgery. I haven't had like any major pain or anything. So now I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna go through everything here in this line here. And when we get to this, we'll step up. So I am surprised that so walking as part of my recovery is good. It's always good after surgery to get walking, so you don't get blood clots and stuff like that. But because I have my back problem, walking is really bad for my back. So it's been a struggle trying to think of what I can do to, get better. Okay, so let's pay attention, Emma. Okay, so we're going to step up. We're going to add 3 15-0s here. And I think we're going to add this Par Puca. That's what I was like, I need to pay attention. Yeah, let's see. So we step up with 3. I don't think these are the ones. Oh, I guess they are. They look a little bigger. Nope, they're the same. Same. So coming out of this hole at the bottom end of the ZoliDuo, 3 15-0s, and through the wide end, the second hole, the open hole, like that. Then we're going to go through the Par Puca, or the Minos Par Puca. I actually love that. I like saying Par Puca. Go through the next ZoliDuo, the wide end of it, like that, and it kind of cinches it in like that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that pretty? You can make a nice bracelet with just these 3 components, or the 2 components. Okay, so 3 15-0s. So yeah, I've been struggling, and I feel like when I don't exercise, I feel fat, and it's kind of silly, but it's the way it is. So I'm looking forward to getting back to working out. I do have an appointment on Wednesday for my follow-up for my surgery, and I will also get the results from the so they send all the organs that they took out, the reproductive organs, and they send it for pathology to make sure there was no cancer. So I'll get that information. And then on Thursday, I have an appointment. So now I'm going to go through. Let me think about this for a sec here. Yep, I'm going to go through this again, through these 15-0s. So on Thursday, I have an appointment with the neurosurgeon about my back. That's what I was getting at. So my legs are so weak. I have a hard time walking and going up the stairs. I have to like pull myself up with the banister, and then sometimes I have to bend right over. So we're going to go through this so that we're coming out of one of these top holes, and then we'll add the clasp. Okay, because the clasp has multiple holes, so we're going to go through this corner hole. You can see it fits nice like that. So let's go through that corner hole. Make sure you place it there and look at it this way, because there's 2 sides to this. Definitely you want the right side. Oh, and you know what? It's a good thing I did that, because I have this upside down. Let me show you. Boo! It's upside down. That's the flat edge. So I would have had it backwards. So it needs to go this way. Oh, I see why, because I had the thread on the other side. Yikes. Okay, so go through this very corner hole here. Ooh, that doesn't want to go through. That's weird. Might be just the angle of the hole. There we go. Like that. Yeah, so see the neurosurgeon. I think at this point, the symptoms I'm getting for my back are so severe, and I've lost muscle mass. I'm picking up 4 15-0s, because I did measure, if you look from one hole to the next. Let's see if I can show that to you. And you just go like that, and look, 4 beads will cover that hole. So coming out of this hole, I'm going to go into this hole here. Pull that down. So now, what you can do, there's a few ways to connect. This isn't really meant to be used with this ZoliDuos. I don't know if I showed that to you. Let me pull this out a bit. These are meant for ginkgos. There's one. So if you're doing a ginkgo bracelet, these are amazing. Like that kind of thing. The thread's knocking it out of position. So you can imagine 2 ginkgos, then one in the middle, 2 ginkgos, one in the middle. You could do a bracelet with that. So you can figure out whichever way works for you. On the other side, on this side, what I did was I put my seed beads on the top, came through this hole, and then I came down and I went through the Par Puca again, and then I came up this one and went that way. So I don't know if I want to do it that way this time. Let's take a look. I feel like what we should try and do is go through the Par Puca at the top piece, like this. Come through here. Let's see what that does. Yeah, that's... Okay, so let's do that. We'll go through the hole again. There. So yeah, what I was going to say is I feel like, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm so done with surgeries. But there's no way I can continue this way with my back. I'll end up not being able to walk. It continues. So I'm sure they've seen cases like this. So now this time we went through twice the ZoliDuo. So now I am going to go through the Par Puca, and I think I'm going to go through the ZoliDuo and come down that way. So let's go through the Minos, like that, and the ZoliDuo. Pull that in, and go up through the outside hole of the Ginko Duo. There. And pull that down. Yeah, so I think what's happening is this piece here is pushing the Minos. You see what happens? It kind of spins it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I might go through that and anchor it in here somewhere if it drives me nuts. It could be one of those things for 50 no's. Go through the open hole, come out this way, and let's go through the Par Puca again, or the ZoliDuo. You see what I mean? I love saying Par Puca. I'll just call them all Par Pucas. You'll have no clue what I'm doing. Just trying to make some more space here. Then go through. I probably didn't need to add that Minos. Go back up through the Ginko Duo. Pull your thread. Go through your 50 no's. This needle broke. The end came through. Wow. I'm not like pulling that hard, but you know what? These needles have been sitting on my desk. So they've been used in a design. Okay, this is a thick one. This is probably a 10. Oh, we got just to tie it off. Okay. Oh, I bet you this one, the head is closed. Yeah, that's closed. Get rid of that one. I'm tired of these needles that don't work. This one doesn't have a head on it. Oh, there it is. An eye. Okay, where's my thread? So the other thing I wanted to mention to you all, if you've hung in there this long, in two things. The first thing is I had an update on my tablet, and they updated the keyboard. They've been messing with the keyboard, and they updated it, and the stupid thing won't let me put comments in. It just won't work. It takes like forever for one letter to come up. So I apologize. People have been so lovely asking how things are going and stuff, and I can't get it to work. The other thing, just make sure I don't mess this up. And I forgot what the other thing was. Oh my gosh. I need help. I cannot believe that I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, okay, so let me, I kind of want to tighten this spot up. So let's go through the ZoliDuo. See if we have to go through it again. Oh, I know what it was. My last video I did using an editing software, and I just wanted to test it out. It was a free software, so if you see on the video, it says powered by or power edit or something like that. And yeah, so that's better. So I apologize for that. It was actually a lot more work, and I didn't do any edits. All I did was I stopped the video, continued the bracelet, and started the video, did it like that. And the other thing is that video, that bracelet design, I just kind of came up with that design, and I was surprised at how kind of, it looks complicated. It's not, but it's really kind of finicky and stuff, so I apologize for that. I like to do videos that everybody can do, that you don't need special skills to do. I don't know if this is going to work. So I'm just kind of going through things again to tighten it up. That's not too bad. So let's go through this hole. And then we'll come down and tie it off. And add the clasp. It's a pretty clasp. So yeah, I'm trying different things. I was trying to do it so that I could do like a polished tutorial and have the, the video, I could edit it and stuff. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it took an hour to render the video, and a couple of times I tried to render it, and it uses your tablet, so you can't use your tablet for anything else. So I couldn't watch videos, I couldn't answer comments, I couldn't do anything else. I had to leave this stupid thing on and render for an hour. So I had attempted a couple of times that night and turned my tablet off when I went to bed, and was like, oh, this is not what I want to be doing with my time. So back to my old style of having, parts of the bracelet ready for you guys, and then showing you a section and doing that for now till I can figure out a better way to do this. So I'm coming down now to other parts of the bracelet. So I'm going to find a thread bridge here. I hear somebody at my door. I don't know if it's a cat or my wife. That must sound funny. That's got to be my wife. I heard more than one paw.
You heard me breathing?
No, I heard you step. There's a squeak on the step.
You are nurse ratchet.
I can hear everything.
Good thing I'm an honest person.
I'm going to do another knot here. And then we'll hide the thread. 1, 2. Hang on to that. Put it through. And then we'll just go through here. I think I might hide it in the Superduo. There. Go through that Demi round. You're coming out of the tail of the ZoliDuo. Sounds like a different language, eh, Jen?
Do not speak the lingo.
I'm almost done. We're going to put a clasp on this and
Okay,
be done.
downstairs, have fun.
Okay. She's so funny. It's a good thing I'm honest. I hear everything. There we go. Oh, this is lovely. I made this too big. You know what? I'm going to have to take apart all these little pieces and make myself a bracelet with this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to put look at that. So these are clasps that I got from a bead shop in Toronto. So if you're interested in these, let me know and I'll bring up the link for you. These are beautiful. So these are like a pinch here. So they're super simple. This is what they look like on the back. But they're lovely. Let's attach them. I have these oval jump rings. They're gold plated. I think I got them from Beadaholic when they went out of business. Let's see if I can do it with this one. So I don't know if they're going to be big enough. That's what I'm getting at. Let's do that. Oh, this could be sketch. Let me tilt this. I look up and it's off camera. I'm like, oh. Okay, it's in there, but you know what? I don't know how I'm going to get my tools in there. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Did I put it on upside down? I did. Okay, let me see if I can manage this. Hang on to that. Flip that over. Oh! So what I'm finding with my doing stuff too, and that's probably why I haven't posted as much, is I'm really finding that being tired from the surgery is like my patience is not the best. Okay, front. Grab that. Oh, let me try a different set of pliers. have it there. Hook that on. It's because they're so small, and this is not helping. I thought of doing a jump ring and then this after, because it's quite close to the clasp, so you can do that as well. But because I had made this bracelet, it's going to be, if I add another jump ring on each side, it'll end up being 7.5 inch, and I think my sister's, just making sure that's not going to come off. Let me just, there. Oh, this is going to be lovely. Look at that. Okay, let's see if we can get the second one on. I want to use my nails, that's not going to work. I have tried to get another set of these here, and do you think I can find where I bought them? Everything's gone up in the last couple of years too, the prices of things. So there. And that should do it. And these are quite thick too. You see how thick the holes are. Oh, this can be tight. Let me open this. Might make it easier. Okay, I should do it. I gotta make sure this is on correctly because that clasp is very narrow, so it will come off for sure. There, perfect. In the wrong spot. Oh, look at that. That is so pretty. Wow. That turned out amazing. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make one the same. There, you can manage to get them. They won't stay, but whatever. So, oh my gosh. This turned out so nice. So there we go. Thanks for joining me and hanging in there. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Bye.